In a grey workhouse, on a day and date which I need not trouble myself to repeat, was born the item of mortality whose name is given to this story, Oliver Twist. For some time he lay gasping on a little flop mattress, rather unequally poised between this world and the next. After a few struggles, Oliver breathed, sneezed, and proceeded to advertise to the inmates of the workhouse the fact of a new burden having been imposed upon the parish. The pale face of a young woman was raised feebly from the pillow and spoke.
Let me see the child and die.
You must not talk about dying yet.
Lord bless your dear heart now. When she's lived as long as I have, Doctor, and had 13 children of her own, and all of 'em dead except 2, and them in the workhouse, she'll know better than to take on in that way, bless her dear heart.
Oh.
The pale young woman still insisted, so the surgeon deposited the babe in her arms. She kissed it passionately on the forehead, passed her hands over her face, gazed wildly round, shuddered, and fell back, and died. The surgeon and the old woman tried to revive her, but her heart had stopped forever.
It's all over, Mrs. Thingamy.
Poor dear, so 'tis. Poor dear.
You needn't mind sending up to me if the child cries, nurse. It's very likely it will be troublesome. Give it a little gruel if it is.
A little gruel, yes. A little gruel.
She was a good-looking girl, too. Where did she come from?
She was brought here last night. But where she came from or where she was going to, nobody knows.
The old story. No wedding ring, I see. Well, good night.
After the doctor had left, the old woman once more applied herself to the green bottle she had been drinking from, and proceeded to dress the infant. What an excellent example of the power of dress young Oliver Twist was. Wrapped in a blanket, he might have been the child of a nobleman or a beggar. But now that he was enveloped in the old calico robes which had grown yellow with service, he was badged and ticketed and fell into his place at once. A parish child, the orphan of a workhouse, the humble, half-starved drudge, to be cuffed and buffeted through the world. Oliver cried lustily. But if he had known he was bereft to the tender mercies of church wardens and overseers and the parish beadle, perhaps he would have cried the louder. Oliver Twist's 9th birthday found him a pale, thin child, somewhat diminutive in stature and decidedly small in circumference. But nature, or inheritance, had implanted a good, sturdy spirit in Oliver's breast, where it had plenty of room to expand, thanks to the spare diet of the place. One day, Mrs. Mann, the good lady who looked after the parish children, was unexpectedly startled by the apparition of Mr. Bumble the Beadle striving to undo the wicket of the garden gate.
Goodness gracious! Is that you, Mr. Bumble? Oh, sir. Susan, take Oliver and them 2 brats upstairs and wash 'em directly. My heart alive, Mr. Bumble. How glad I am to see you, surely. Oh, that I should have forgotten that the gate was bolted on the inside on account of them dear children. Walk in, sir. Walk in, Mr. Bumble. Do, sir.
Do you think this respectful or proper conduct, Mrs. Mann, to keep the parish officers a-waiting at your garden gate? When they come here upon poor Oakhill business connected with the poor Oakhill orphans?
Well, you
Are you aware, Mrs. Mann, that you are, as I may say, a parochial delegate and a stipendiary?
I'm sure, Mr. Bumble, that I was only a-telling 1 or 2 of them dear children, as is so fond of you, that it was you a-coming.
Well, it may be as you say, Mrs. Mann, it may be. lead the way in, Mrs. Mann, for I come on business, and I have something to say.
Come right in, sir. Do come in.
Yes. Now, about this business. The record book shows that the child half-baptised Oliver Twist is 9-year-old today.
Oh, bless him.
And notwithstanding an offered reward of £10, which was afterwards increased to £20, notwithstanding the most superlative and, I may say, supernatural exertions on the part of this parish, we have never been able to discover who is his father or what was his mother's settlement, name or condition.
How comes he to have any name at all, then?
I invented it.
You, Mr. Bumble?
Aye, Mrs. Mann. We name our foundlings in alphabetical order. The last was an S. Swubble, I named him. This was a T. Twist, I named him. The next one as comes will be Unwin, and the next Vilkins. I've got names ready-made to the end of the alphabet and all the way through it again when we come to Z.
Why, you're quite a literary character, sir.
Well, maybe I am. Perhaps I may be, Mrs. Mann. Now, this same Oliver being now too old to remain here, the board have determined to have him back into the workhouse. I've come out myself to take him there, so let me see him at once.
I'll fetch him directly.
Good.
Susan! Susan! Bring Oliver here quick. Hurry up, that's it. Make a bow to the gentleman, Oliver.
And so Oliver bowed, for he had much practice bowing, and he would have much more need for that skill in his life. After Mr. Bumble brought him to the workhouse, he took him directly into a large whitewashed room with 8 or 10 fat gentlemen sitting around a table.
Bow to the board.
What's your name, boy?
Oliver, sir.
Why, the boy's a fool.
Boy, listen to me. You know you're an orphan, I suppose.
Oh, what, sir?
The boy is a fool. I thought he did.
Shh, quiet. You know you've got no father or mother, that you were brought up by the parish, don't you?
Yes, sir.
What are you crying for?
I hope you say your prayers every night and pray for the people who feed you and take care of you like a Christian.
Yes, sir.
Well, you have come here to be educated and taught a useful trade.
So you'll begin to pick oakum tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock.
That will be all.
Bow to the board, boy.
And so Oliver bowed and left the room with the fat board members sitting round the table. But poor Oliver was not likely to grow fat. At the workhouse, he was issued 3 meals of thin gruel a day, with an onion twice a week, and half a roll on Sundays. Oliver and his companions suffered the tortures of slow starvation for 3 months, until finally a council was held. Lots were cast to determine who should walk up to the master after supper that evening and ask for more, and the lot fell to Oliver Twist. The evening arrived, the boys took their places, and after the gruel was served out and the long grace was said over the short provisions, the gruel quickly disappeared. Oliver rose from the table and advanced to the master, basin and spoon in hand.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What?
Please, sir, I want some more.
Seizing Oliver in his arms, the beadle dragged him pell-mell into the boardroom where the members were seated as if they had not moved in 3 months.
Mr. Limpkins, I beg your pardon, sir. Oliver Twisters has asked for more.
For more? Compose yourself, Bumble, and answer me distinctly. Do I understand that he asked for more after he had eaten the supper allotted by the dietary?
He did, sir.
That boy will be hung. I know that boy will be hung.
Oliver was ordered into instant confinement. The next morning, a bill was pasted on the outside of the gate to the workhouse, offering a reward of £5 to anybody who would take Oliver Twist off the hands of the parish. The first man who came with an offer to take Oliver off the hands of the parish was Mr. Gamfield, a chimney sweeper. But since he was known to have bruised 3 or 4 boys to death already, the magistrate refused Mr. Gamfield's request to make Oliver his apprentice. The next morning, Mr. Sowerberry, the undertaker, met Mr. Bumble in front of the workhouse.
I have taken the measure of the 2 women who died last night, Mr. Bumble.
You'll make your fortune, Mr. Sowerberry. I say you'll make your fortune.
You think so?
Yes.
The prices allowed by the board are very small, Mr. Bumble.
So are the coffins, Mr. Sowerberry.
Yes, well, Mr. Bumble, there's no denying that the coffins for those who die in the workhouse are somewhat narrower and more shallow than for other folk, thanks to the sparse meals. But we must have a profit, Mr. Bumble.
Of course.
Well-seasoned timber's an expensive article, sir, and all the iron handles come by canal from Birmingham.
Well, every trade has its drawbacks.
Of course, and if I don't get a profit upon this or that particular article, why,
Yes.
I make it up in the long run, you see.
Yes. By the by, Mr. Sowerberry, you don't know anybody who wants a boy, do you? A parochial apprentice who's at present a dead weight. A millstone, as I may say, round the parochial throat.
Well,
Liberal terms, Mr. Sowerberry, liberal terms.
what's this? £5? Is this sign correct, Mr. Bumble?
Oh, yes,
That's
yes.
just the thing I wanted to speak to you about. You know, oh, dear me, what a very elegant button you have there, Mr. Bumble. I never noticed it before.
Yes, I think it is rather pretty. You see, it's the parochial seal.
The seal?
Yes, the Good Samaritan healing the sick and bruised man. I put it on, I remember, for the first time to attend the burial of that tradesman who died in a doorway at midnight.
I recollect that the jury brought in died from exposure to the cold and want of the common necessities of life.
Gosh!
And the jury said if the poor man had only received the slightest care...
Juries is uneducated, vulgar, grovelling wretches.
So they are.
Well, what about the boy?
Well, you know, Mr. Bumble, I pay a good deal towards the poor, and I've a right to get as much out of 'em as I can.
Oh, right.
And so I think I'll take the boy myself.
Mr. Bumble grasped the undertaker by the arm and led him into the building. And so it was arranged that Oliver Twist should go that night as general house lad to the coffin makers. The undertaker was making some entries in his record book by the light of a most dismal candle when Mr. Bumble arrived, drawing Oliver along behind him.
Aha. Is that you, Bumble?
No one else, Mr. Sowerberry. Here, I've brought the boy. Oliver, make a bow.
Oh, that's the boy, is it? Mrs. Sowerberry, will you have the goodness to come here a moment, my dear?
What is it?
My dear, this is the boy from the workhouse that I told you of.
Make a bow, Oliver.
Dear me, he's very small.
Why, he is rather small, there's no denying it, but he'll grow, Mrs. Sowerberry, he'll grow.
Oh, I dare say he will, on our victuals and our drink. I see no saving in parish children, not I.
Oh.
For they always cost more to keep them than they're worth. Well, get downstairs, little bag of bones. Here, Charlotte, give this here boy some of them cold bits that was put out for Trip. That dog's been gone all day, so he may just go without 'em. I dare say the boy isn't too dainty to eat 'em. Are you, boy? No, ma'am.
And so the half-starved Oliver clutched at the dainty pieces of meat that the dog had neglected and swallowed them without pausing. The undertaker's wife watched him in silent horror. not because he should be so willing to consume such poor fare, but because she saw what his future appetite would be.
Well, are you done? Yes, ma'am. Then come with me. Your bed's under the counter. You don't mind sleeping among the coffins, I suppose? Don't much matter whether you do or you don't, for you can't sleep anywhere else. Come on, don't keep me here all night.
And taking up a dim and dirty lamp, she led the way upstairs. Oliver was awakened in the morning by a loud kicking at the outside of the shop door.
Open up, will you?
I will directly, sir.
I suppose you're the new boy, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
10, sir.
Then I'll whop you when I get in. You just see if I don't, my workhouse brat.
Finally, Oliver got the door open. But there was no one outside except a big boy eating a slice of bread and butter.
Did you want a coffin, sir?
Ha! No, but you'll want one before long. You cut jokes like that with your superiors. You don't know who I am, I suppose, workhouse.
No, sir.
I'm Mr. Noah Claypole, and you're under me. Now take down the shutters, you idle young ruffian.
With this, Noah Claypole administered a kick to Oliver and entered the shop with a dignified air. He had a large head, small eyes, and a great bulbous nose. After he had tormented Oliver into taking down the shutters, they both went downstairs to breakfast, which Charlotte, the house girl, had fixed.
Come near the fire, Noah. I've saved a nice little bit of bacon for you from Master's breakfast. Shut that door at Mr. Noah's back, Oliver, and take them bits that I put out on the cover of the bread pan. Make haste, for they want you to mind the shop. Do you hear?
You hear, workhouse?
Now, Noah, what a rum creature you are.
No.
Why don't you let the boy alone?
Let him alone? Why, everybody lets him alone enough. Neither his father nor his mother will ever interfere with him. All his relations let him have his own way pretty well, eh, Charlotte?
How you queer, sir.
They both looked scornfully at poor Oliver Twist as he sat shivering on the box in the coldest corner of the room, eating his stale pieces, which had been specially reserved for him. Noah Claypole was a charity boy, but not a workhouse orphan, and he could trace his genealogy all the way back to his parents, who lived hard by, his mother being a washerwoman and his father a drunken soldier. For many months, Oliver continued meekly to submit to the domination and ill treatment of Noah Claypole, who was happy to find someone even more lowly and outcast than he himself. One day, when Mr. Sowerberry was away, Noah was engaged in his usual pastime of tormenting Oliver, pulling his hair and twitching his ears and joking about Oliver's nameless family.
Workhouse, how's your mother?
She's dead. Don't you say anything about her to me.
What did she die of, workhouse?
Of a broken heart, some of our old nurses told me. I think I know what it must be to die of that.
Ah, she wasn't nice, and she was... Oh, Lord! You know, workhouse, your mother was a regular right-down bedouin.
What did you say?
A regular right-down bedding, workhouse, and it's a great deal better, workhouse, that she died when she did, or that she'd have been labouring in Bridewell or transported, or hung, which is more likely than either, isn't it?
You take that back!
Crimson with fury, Oliver started up, seized Noah by the throat, and shook him in the violence of his rage until his teeth chattered. Then, collecting his whole force into one heavy blow, felled Noah to the ground.
You murdered me! Charlotte! Missus! Here's the new boy who murdered me! Help, Charlotte!
Oh, you stop that, Oliver! You little ungrateful, murderous
Both Charlotte and Mrs. Sowerberry seized Oliver, and between every syllable of their abuse, they gave Oliver a blow, scratching and hitting him, and finally dragging him into the dust cellar where they locked him up.
Oh, Charlotte, what a mercy we'll all be murdered in our beds.
Oh, mercy indeed, ma'am. I only hope this'll teach master not to have any more of these dreadful creatures that are born to be murderers and robbers from their very cradle. Oh, poor Noah. He was all but killed, ma'am, when I came in.
Poor fellow. What's to be done? And Mr. Sowerberry away.
Oh, dear. I don't know, ma'am. Unless we sent for the police officers.
Or we could call Mr. Bumble the beadle.
Oh, good, Noah. Run and tell him to come here directly and not to lose a minute now. Make haste.
Noah stopped to make no reply, but started off at his fullest speed until he arrived at the workhouse door.
Mr. Bumble! Mr. Bumble!
Why, what's the matter, boy?
Oh, Mr. Bumble, sir.
Yes.
Oliver, sir. Oliver
Well, what? Not run away. He hasn't run away, has he?
No, sir. No, he's not run away, sir, but he's turned vicious.
What?
He's tried to murder me, sir. And then he tried to murder Charlotte, and then the missus.
Why, what vision, master boy?
Well, he's out, or he would have murdered him too. He said he wanted to.
Ah, said he wanted to, did he, my boy?
Aye, sir, yes, sir. Please, sir, Mrs. wants to know whether Mr. Bumble could spare the time to step up there directly and flog him, 'cause master's out.
Certainly, my boy, certainly. Here's a penny for you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes. Well,
And adjusting his hat and taking up his cane, Mr. Bumble followed Noah Claypole with haste to the undertaker's shop. The accounts of Oliver's ferocity, as related by Mrs. Sowerberry and Charlotte, had grown considerably by the time they were related to Mr. Bumble.
You know, Mr. Bumble, the boy must be mad.
it's not madness, ma'am. It's meat.
What?
Meat, ma'am, meat. You've overfed him, ma'am. If you'd kept the boy on gruel, as we do at the workhouse, this would never have happened.
Oh, dear. This comes of being liberal.
Ah, the only thing that can be done now that I know of is to leave him in the cellar for a day or so till he's a little starved down, and then to take him out and keep him on gruel all through his apprenticeship.
At about this time, Mr. Sowerberry returned, and after Oliver's offences had been explained to him with new exaggerations, he unlocked the cellar door and dragged his rebellious apprentice out by the collar.
Oh, you're a nice young fellow, aren't you?
He called my mother names. Noah called my mother names. Well, and what if he did, you little ungrateful wretch? She deserved what he said, and worse. She didn't. She did. It's a lie.
This flood of tears from Mrs. Sowerberry left him no recourse, so he at once gave Oliver a drubbing, which satisfied even Mrs. Sowerberry and Charlotte, and was a complete delight to Noah, who smiled in his ugly way through the whole thing. That night, alone in the gloomy workshop, Oliver wept. The candle was burning low in the socket when he finally rose to his feet, weak from the beating he had received at the hands of Sowerberry. Having gazed cautiously round him and listening intently, he gently undid the fastenings of the door and looked abroad. It was a cold, dark night. The stars seemed to the boy's eyes farther from the earth than he had ever seen them before. There was no wind. He softly reclosed the door, and by the light of the dying candle, he tied up in a handkerchief the few articles of clothing he had. Then, in the first rays of the dawn, he slipped out of the shop and darted down a footpath across the fields. On and on he went, determined not to go back. Nearly 5 miles from town, Oliver sat down to rest by the side of a milestone. The stone indicated that it was just 70 miles from that spot to London. London, that great large place. Nobody, not even Mr. Bumble, could ever find him there. And so, with his crust of bread, a coarse shirt, and 2 pairs of stockings in his bundle, Oliver walked to London. At night he would sleep in a haystack or an empty shed. For 7 days he walked, or rather limped, his feet bleeding, his stomach empty, and not a friend to aid him. Just outside of London, he sat resting on a doorstep, almost in a trance from weakness and hunger.
Hello, my covey. What's the row?
I beg your pardon, sir.
Oh, my eyes are green. What's the world coming to?
I'm very hungry and tired, and I've walked a long way.
Have you now?
I've been walking for these 7 days.
7 days? Oh, I see. Beak sorters, eh? But I suppose you don't know what a beak is, my flesh companion.
A beak, sir?
Why, a beak's a magistrate. And when you walk by a beak sorter, it's not straightforward, but always a going up and never a coming down. Up with you on your pins. There. Now, you want grub, and you shall have it.
The young gentleman took Oliver to a nearby shop, where he purchased some food, of which Oliver made a long and hearty meal as he talked with the young man. He was about Oliver's own age, and as dirty a juvenile as one would wish to see. He wore a hat that stuck on the top of his head so lightly that it threatened to fall off every moment. He wore a man's coat, which reached nearly to his heels. He had turned the cuffs back halfway up to his arm to get his hands out of the sleeves, apparently with the ultimate view of thrusting them into the pockets of his trousers, for there he kept them.
Going to London?
Yes.
Got any lodgings?
No.
Money?
No. You live in London?
Yes, I do, and I'm at home. I suppose you want some place to sleep tonight, eh?
I do indeed. I haven't slept under a roof since I left the country.
Don't fret your eyelids on that score. I knows a respectable old gentleman as lives there, what'll give you lodgings for nothing, and never ask for the change. That is, if any gentleman he knows introduces you. And don't he know me? Oh, no, not in the least, by no means. Certainly not.
My name is Oliver Twist. What's your name?
Ah, my name's Jack Dawkins, but my friends call me the Artful Dodger.
Oliver's new friend objected to their entering London before nightfall, so after dark they set out for the great city, the Artful Dodger scudding at a rapid pace with Oliver close at his heels. Oliver had never seen a dirtier or more wretched place. The street was a very narrow and muddy one, and the air was impregnated with filthy odours. Covered ways and yards, which here and there diverged from the main street, disclosed little knots of houses where drunken men and women were positively wallowing in the filth. Finally, the Artful Dodger caught Oliver by the arm, pushed open the door of a wretched-looking house, and drew him into the passage, and closed the door behind them. Then the Dodger whistled.
Yes,
Lummy and Slam!
there's 2 of you. Who's t'other one?
A new pal!
Where did he come from?
Greenland! Is Fagin upstairs?
Yes, he's assaulting the whites. Up with you.
The 2 boys followed the man who held a feeble candle that threw weird shadows on the crumbling walls. They entered a dirty room where a very old shriveled Jew with matted red hair was cooking some sausages in a frying pan over the fire. He was dressed in a greasy flannel gown with his throat bare. Beside him, on a rack, hung a great number of silk handkerchiefs, and he seemed to be dividing his attention between the sausages and the handkerchiefs. Seated round the table near him were 5 boys, none older than the Dodger, smoking long clay pipes and drinking beer with the air of middle-aged men.
This is him, Fagin, my friend, Oliver Twist.
Ah, pleased I am to meet you, Oliver Twist, and I hope I shall have the honour of your intimate acquaintance. Say hello to Oliver Twist, my young gentleman.
Hello, Oliver.
We are very glad to see you, Oliver. Very, Daughter, take off the sausages and draw a tub near the fire for Oliver. Ah, you're staring at the pocket handkerchiefs, huh, me dear? There are a good many of them, ain't there? We've just looked them out, ready for the wash. That's all, Oliver. That's all.
Oliver was brought up near the fire and given some supper. Then Fagin mixed him a glass of hot gin and water, telling him he must drink it off directly because another gentleman wanted the tumbler. Oliver did as he was told, and immediately afterwards he felt himself gently lifted onto one of the sacks, and then he sank into a deep sleep. It was late next morning when Oliver awoke from a sound, long sleep. There was no other person in the room but Fagin, and Oliver watched him through half-closed eyes and heard him whistling as he stirred something in a saucepan. Thinking that Oliver was still asleep, Fagin drew a small box from a trap in the floor, which he placed carefully on the table. From it, one by one, he took several gold watches, rings, bracelets, and other articles of jewellery, his eyes glistening as he examined each item.
Clever dogs, clever dogs. Never told the old parson where they were. Never peached upon old Fagin. And why should they? It wouldn't have loosened the knot around their necks or kept the drop up a minute longer. No. Fine fellows. Fine fellows. Ah, what a fine thing capital punishment is. The dead never bring awkward stories to light. It's a fine thing for our trade. 5 of them, strung up in a row.
Oliver's eyes were wide open, staring at Fagin, when the old man's bright dark eyes fell on Oliver's face. Laying his hand on a bread knife, which was on the table, he started furiously up, the knife quivering in the air.
What's this? What do you watch me for? Why are you awake? What have you seen? Speak out, boy, quick, for your life.
I wasn't able to sleep any longer, sir. I'm very sorry if I disturbed you, sir.
Of course you weren't, my dear boy. I only tried to frighten you. You're a brave boy, Oliver, a brave boy. Did you see any of these pretty things?
Yes, sir.
Ah, they're mine, Oliver, my little property. All I have to live upon in my old age. The folks call me a miser, my dear. Only a miser, that's all.
May I get up, sir?
Oh, certainly, my dear, certainly. There's a pitcher of water in the corner by the door. Bring it here, and I'll give you a basin to wash in, my dear.
Oliver had scarcely washed himself when the Dodger and one of the other boys returned. The 4 sat down to breakfast on coffee and some hot rolls and ham, which the Dodger had brought home in the crown of his hat.
Well, I hope you've been at work this morning, my dears.
Hard as nails.
Good boys, good boys. What have you got, Dodger?
Oh, a couple of pocketbooks.
Lined?
Pretty well. Here.
Not so heavy as they might be, but very neat, nicely made. Ingenious workman, ain't he, Oliver?
Very indeed, sir.
And what have you got, my dear?
White, 4 whites.
Well, they're very good ones, very. You haven't marked them well, though, Charlie, so the marks shall be picked out with a needle, and we'll teach Oliver how to do it. Shall us, Oliver? Eh?
If you please, sir.
You'd like to be able to make pocket handkerchiefs as easy as Charlie Bates, wouldn't you, my dear?
Very much indeed, if you'll teach me, sir.
He's so jolly green.
When the breakfast was cleared away, the merry old gentleman and the two boys played at a very curious and uncommon game. Fagin placed various objects in his pockets, a snuff-box, a handkerchief, a gold watch, and so on. Then, with the air of a gentleman out for a stroll, he trotted up and down the room with a cane, making believe that he was staring with all his might into shop windows from time to time. Then he would look round him for fear of thieves, and slap all his pockets in turn to see that he hadn't lost anything, in such a funny and natural manner that Oliver laughed till the tears ran down his face. All this time the two boys followed him closely about, treading upon his toes or stumbling up against him. And in that moment they took the objects from him with the most extraordinary quickness.
Ah, I felt your hand, Dodger. Try it again.
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir.
Did you get it? Oh, I didn't feel a thing. Good boy, good boy. I think that should do.
Time to pad the roof.
Yes, run along now, my young gentleman. Run along.
Oh, that's good.
Ah, that's a pleasant life, isn't it, Oliver? They've gone out for the day.
Have they done their work, sir?
Yes, that is, unless they should unexpectedly come across any when they're out, and they won't neglect it if they do, my dear. Depend upon it. Make 'em your models, Oliver. Make 'em your models. Do everything they bid you, and take their advice in all matters, especially the Dodger's, my dear. He'll be a great man himself, and will make you one, too, if you take pattern by him. Is my handkerchief hanging out of my pocket, Oliver?
Yes, sir.
See if you can take it out without my feeling it, as you saw them do when we were at a play.
I'll try, sir.
Is it gone?
Here it is, sir.
Ah, you're a clever boy, my dear. I never saw a sharper lad. Here's a shilling for you. Now come on, and I'll show you how to take the marks out of the handkerchiefs.
For many days Oliver remained with Fagin, picking the marks out of the pocket handkerchiefs, sometimes taking part in the game of pick the pocket with the other boys. At length, one morning, Fagin told Oliver he might go with the Dodger and Charlie Bates out into the city to work. As they went along at a very lazy pace, Oliver saw that Charlie pilfered divers apples and onions from the stalls along the street when the owner was not looking. They were just emerging from a narrow court not far from the open square in Clerkenwell when the Dodger made a sudden stop, and laying his finger on his lip, drew his companion back again.
What's the matter? Shh! Do you see that old cove at the bookstore? The old gentleman over the way? Yes, I see him. He'll do.
I'm glad he is.
He's a very respectable-looking gentleman, reading a book and not paying attention to anything else. We'll let him read. We won't bother him.
So saying, the Dodger slipped up behind the gentleman, plunged his hand into the old man's pocket, and drew out a handkerchief. Then he and Charlie Bates both ran away round the corner at full speed. In an instant, the whole mystery of the handkerchiefs and the watches and the jewels and old Fagin rushed upon Oliver's mind. He stood still for a moment, then, confused and frightened, he took to his heels. At that very instant, the old gentleman, putting his hand to his pocket and missing his handkerchief, turned sharp round and saw Oliver running.
Stop, thief! Stop that boy!
The cry was taken up by 100 voices. Here and there people dropped whatever they were doing to pursue the young thief. Oliver, panting with exhaustion, with terror in his looks and agony in his eye, ran wildly through the crowd. Finally, a great lubberly fellow struck out and knocked the boy to the pavement, and a crowd gathered round him, each newcomer jostling and straddling with the others to catch a glimpse.
Make room there for the gentleman.
Stand aside.
Excuse me.
Is the boy, sir?
Yes, I'm afraid it is the boy. Poor fellow, he's hurt himself.
I did that, sir. I cut my knuckle against his mouth. I stopped him, sir.
Make way, sir. Let me through. Come, get up now.
It wasn't me, officer. It was two other boys. There he is somewhere.
Oh, no, they ain't. Come on, get up. Get up.
Don't hurt him, officer.
Oh, no, I won't hurt him. Come, I know you. It won't do. Will you stand on your two legs, you young devil? Come on, get up now.
The police officer dragged Oliver by the collar along the street, the gentleman walking briskly by his side, urging him to be gentle with the boy. On they went through 2 or 3 streets and down to a place called Mutton Hill, where Oliver was ushered into the imposing presence of the magistrate, Mr. Fang.
Who are you? Officers? Who is that fellow?
My name, sir, is Brownlow.
Officer, what's this fellow charged with?
He's not charged at all, your worship. He appears against the boy, your worship.
Appears against the boy. Does he swear him?
Before I am sworn in, I must beg to say one word, and that is that I don't know if this boy really...
Hold your tongue, sir.
I will not, sir.
Hold your tongue this instant, or I'll have you turned out of the office. How dare you bully a magistrate? Swear this person. I'll not hear another word. Swear him!
Mr. Brownlow submitted to be sworn in at once, but his anger was greatly roused.
Now, what's the charge against this boy? What have you got to say, sir?
I was standing at a bookstore...
Hold your tongue, sir!
I will.
Officer, here, swear the policeman. Now, officer, what is this?
Well, I searched the boy and found no handkerchief, sir, but this gentleman says he took it.
Are there any witnesses?
None, your worship.
Well, do you mean to state what your complaint against this boy is, sir, or do you not? You have been sworn. Now, if you stand there refusing to give evidence, I'll punish you for disrespect to the bench.
He's been hurt badly, and I really fear that he's very ill.
Oh, yes, I dare say. Come, none of your tricks here, you young vagabond. They won't do. What's your name? What's your name, you hardened scoundrel? Officer, what's his name?
No, sir.
Oh, he won't speak out, won't he?
Could I have a bit of water, sir?
Don't try to make a fool of me, you young snake.
I think he really is ill, your worship.
I know better.
Careful, officer. He'll fall down.
Stand back, officer. Let him fall, if he likes.
Oliver, who was growing faint and dizzy with the confusion of events, and from the blow to his head, suddenly dropped to the floor. The old gentleman and the officer looked at each other, but no one dared to stir.
I knew he was shamming. Let him lie there. He'll soon be tired of that. This young vagabond stands committed for 3 months. Hard labor, of course. Clear the course!
Just as the door was opened to carry Oliver forth, in rushed an elderly man in an old black suit.
Stop, don't take him away.
What is this? Who is this? Turn this man out! Clear my course!
I will speak. I will not be turned out. I saw it all. I keep the bookstall. Mr. Fang, you must hear me.
What have you got to say?
Oh, well, I saw 3 boys, 2 others, and the prisoner here loitering on the opposite side of the way. When this gentleman was reading, he was reading. The robbery was committed by another boy. I saw it done. This boy was perfectly amazed and stupefied.
Why didn't you come here before?
I hadn't a soul to mind the shop. I couldn't get nobody till 5 minutes ago.
So this man was reading?
Yes, the very book there that he has in his hand.
Oh, that book, eh?
Yes,
Is it paid for?
No, it isn't, no.
Dear me, I forgot all about it.
A nice person to prefer a charge against a poor boy. I consider, sir, that you have obtained possession of that book under very suspicious and disreputable circumstances.
My good sir,
You may think yourself very fortunate that the owner of the book declines to prosecute. Let this be a lesson to you, my man, or the law will overtake you yet. The boy is discharged. Clear the office.
Call a coach, somebody. Oh, this poor boy. There's no time to lose.
The kindly old gentleman had Oliver carried to a coach, and away they drove. The old gentleman, whose name was Mr. Brownlow, saw that Oliver was carefully and kindly treated. But for many days, Oliver remained insensible to all the goodness of his new friends. Weak and thin and pallid, he awoke at last from what seemed to have been a long and troubled dream. Feebly raising himself in the bed, with his head resting on his trembling arm, he looked anxiously round. "There, there, dear, you must be very quiet, or you'll be ill again. Lie down, then, there's a dear."
You are a great deal better, are you not, young man?
"Yes, thank you, sir."
Yes, I know you are. You're hungry too, I'll bet.
"No, sir."
He is not hungry, Mrs. Bedwin.
"No, doctor."
You feel sleepy, don't you, young man?
"No, sir."
No, you're not sleepy. Of course not. Thirsty, are you?
"Yes, sir. Rather thirsty."
Just as I expected, Mrs. Bedwin. The boy is thirsty.
"Yes, doctor." With that sage advice, the doctor left his patient, who immediately dozed off again. When Oliver awoke, it was nearly midnight. After giving him his tea and toast, the old lady said good night, and left him in the care of a fat old woman who'd come to sit up with him through the night. She drew her chair close to the fire and went off into a series of short naps, checkered at frequent intervals with sundry tumblings forward and divers moans and chokings, which, however, had no worse effect than causing her to rub her nose very hard and then fall asleep again. After about a week, Oliver recovered much of his strength, thanks to the tender care of Mrs. Bedwin. As he was sitting with her one evening, there came a message down from Mr. Brownlow that if Oliver felt pretty well, he should like him to come to Mr. Brownlow's study and talk to him a little while. With his hands washed and his hair parted, Oliver went up and tapped at the study door.
Come in, Oliver. Come here and sit down. There are a good many books, are there not, my boy?
"Great number, sir. I never saw so many."
You shall read them if you behave well, and you will like that better than looking at the outsides. That is, in some cases, because there are books of which the backs and covers are by far the best parts. How should you like to grow up a clever man and write books, eh?
"I think I would rather read them, sir."
What? Wouldn't you like to be a book writer?
"I think it'd be much better thing to be a bookseller."
Ah, well, we won't make an author of you while there's an honest trade to be learnt, or a brick-making to turn to.
"Thank you, sir."
Now, let me hear your story, Oliver. Where do you come from? Who brought you up, and how did you get into the company in which I found you?
"Beg pardon, sir, but Mr. Grimwig is downstairs and wishes to see you."
Oh, show him in, Mrs. Bedwin.
"Shall I go, sir?"
No, I would rather you remained here, Oliver. I want you to meet my old friend, Mr. Grimwig.
Just then, the same Mr. Grimwig walked into the room, supporting himself by a thick stick. He was a stout old gentleman, rather lame in one leg, and had a manner of screwing his head on one side when he spoke, and looking out of the corners of his eyes at the same time, like a parrot. He was holding out a small piece of orange peel at arm's length as he entered.
Here, look here. Do you see this?
What's that?
Found it on the staircase. I've been lamed with orange peel once, and I know orange peel will be my death at last. It will, sir, it will. Orange peel will be my death, or I'll be content to eat my own head, sir. I'll eat my own head, sir. Hey, hello, what's that?
This is young Oliver Twist, whom we were speaking about.
You don't mean to say that's the boy who had the fever, I hope?
Oh, yes.
Wait a moment. Don't speak. Stop. That's the boy who had the orange. If that's not the boy, sir, who had the orange and threw this bit of peel upon the staircase, I'll eat my head and his too.
No, he's not had an orange.
What?
Come, put down your hat and speak to my young friend. There you are, sit down.
That's the boy, is it?
That's the boy.
How are you, boy?
A great deal better, thank you, sir.
Oliver, would you step downstairs and tell Mrs. Bedwin that we're ready for tea?
Yes, sir.
He's a nice-looking boy, is he not?
No, I don't know.
Don't know?
No, I don't know. I never see any difference in boys. I only know two sorts of boys, mealy boys and beef-faced boys.
Well, he seems a decent enough boy, and now that the fever has left, he's getting on well.
Where does he come from? Who is he? What is he? He's had a fever. What of that? Fevers are not peculiar to good people, are they? Bad people have fever sometimes, haven't they, eh?
Why, yes, of course,
Well,
but I don't...
I know a man who was hung in Jamaica for murdering his master. He had a fever 6 times. He wasn't recommended to mercy on that account. Pooh, nonsense.
Now, the fact was that Mr. Grimwig had a strong appetite for contradiction, sharpened on this occasion by the finding of an orange peel. He had resolved from the first to oppose his friend. Finally, Oliver returned bringing the tea.
And when are you going to hear a full, true, and particular account of the life and adventures of Oliver Twist?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I would rather he was alone with me at the time. Come up to me tomorrow morning, Oliver, at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Goodbye, Mr. Grimwig.
I'll tell you what. He won't come up to you tomorrow morning. I saw him hesitate. He's deceiving you, my good friend.
Oh, I'll swear he is not.
If he's not, I'll eat my head.
I'll answer for that boy's truth with my life.
We shall see.
Sir, the boy from the bookstall keeper just brought these here books.
Oh, have him wait, Mrs. Bedwin. There is something to go back.
He's gone, sir.
Call after him. I particularly wish some books to be returned tonight.
Send Oliver with them. He'll be sure to deliver them safely, you know.
Well, no, I don't think Oliver should go out just yet.
Unless, of course, you think he might not come back.
Well, then Oliver shall go.
Yeah.
Oliver!
Yes, sir.
Oliver, would you fetch down the books on the chair by the table?
Yes, sir.
Well, isn't this a perfect test, eh?
Here they are, sir.
Take these to the bookstall at Clerkenwell. You are to say that you have come to pay the £4.10 I owe him. It is a £5 note, so you will have to bring me back 10 shillings change.
I won't be 10 minutes, sir.
And off he ran, with the books under his arm and the banknote buttoned up in his jacket pocket. Bless his sweet face. I can't bear somehow to let him go out of my sight.
Let me see. He'll be back in 20 minutes at the longest. It will be dark by that time.
You really expect him to come back, do you?
But don't you?
No, I do not.
Well,
The boy has a new suit of clothes on his back, a set of valuable books under his arm, and a £5 note in his pocket. He'll join his old friends, the thieves, and laugh at you.
nonsense.
Yes, if ever that boy returns to this house, sir, I'll eat my head.
With these words, he drew his chair closer to the table, and there the two friends sat in silent expectation, with the watch between them. It grew so dark that the figures on the dial plate were scarcely discernible, but there the two old gentlemen continued to sit in silence, with the watch between them. After the events at the bookstall, when Oliver was captured, the Artful Dodger and Charlie Bates returned to the kennel of the merry old gentleman to report the incident.
Why, how's this? For only 2 of them? Where's the third? They can't have gotten into trouble. Where's Oliver? Where's the boy? What's become of the boy? Speak out or I'll throttle you.
Oh, the traps have got him, and that's all about it. Here, come on, let go, will you?
Then, swinging himself at one jerk, he pulled himself clean out of the big coat which he left in Fagin's hands. With the two boys dodging about, Fagin seized a pot and hurled its contents at one of the darting boys, who ducked just as the door opened and a visitor got the liquid from head to foot.
Why? What the blazes is in the wind now? It's the beer and not the pot has hit me, or I'd have settled somebody. What's it all about, Fagin? Damn me if my neck handkerchief ain't lined with beer. Come in, you sneaking varmint. What are you stopping outside for, as if you was ashamed of your master? Come in!
In walked an ugly ruffian, a stoutly built fellow of about 35, in a black velveteen coat, very soiled drab breeches, a brown hat on his head, and a dirty handkerchief round his neck, with which he wiped the beer from his face as he spoke. A white shaggy dog, with his face scratched and torn in 20 different places, skulked into the room.
Why didn't you come in afore, you mutt? You're getting too proud to owe me a full company, are you? Lie down! What are you up to? Ill-treating the boys, you covetous, avaricious, insatiable old fence? I wonder they don't murder you. I would if I was them. If I'd been your apprentice, I'd have done it long ago. But, no, I couldn't have sold you afterwards, though, for you're fit for nothing but keeping as a curiosity of ugliness in a glass bottle. And I suppose they don't blow glass bottles large enough.
Hush, Mr. Sykes, don't speak so loud.
None of your mistering. You always mean mischief when you come to that. You know my name, out with it. I shan't disgrace it when the time comes.
Well then, Bill Sykes, you seem out of humour, Bill.
Perhaps I am. What's been going on here that everybody's sopping about so?
One of my new boys, Oliver Twist, has been taken, and I'm afraid he may say something which will get us into trouble.
Oh, that's very likely.
And I'm afraid, you see, that if the game was up with us, it might be up with a good many more, and that it would come out rather worse for you than it would for me, dear.
Somebody must find out what's been done at the magistrate's.
Aye.
If he hasn't peached and is in jail, there's no fear till he comes out again. And then he must be taken care of. You must get hold of him somehow.
You're right, Bill Sykes.
Just then, two young girls entered the dingy room where the two men and the two boys were sitting.
Well, now, I think we found someone to visit the magistrate.
What's this?
What do you say, Nancy, my dear? Won't you just go up to see the magistrate to find out what's become of our young Oliver?
Yeah, what it won't do, Fagin.
Why, you're just the very person, Nancy. Nobody about here knows anything of you.
And I don't want them to neither.
She'll go, Fagin.
Oh, no, she won't, Fagin.
Yes, she will, Fagin.
Oh, all right. Get me a clean white apron and straw bonnet.
Here, my dear. Carry this little basket in one hand. It looks more respectable.
Oh, yeah. Give her a door key to carry in a t'other one, Fagin. It looks real and genuine like.
Very good indeed, my dear.
I'm quite the lady, ain't I? And how's this? Oh, my brother. Oh, my poor, dear, sweet, innocent little brother. Oh, what's become of him? Where have they taken him to? Oh, have pity and tell me what's been done with the dear boy gentleman.
Oh, she's a clever girl.
She's an honor to all her sex.
And so Nancy, the young girl, went off to the magistrate's, where she discovered the facts concerning Oliver's brief trial and his removal to the home of the gentleman who had been robbed. She also learned that he lived somewhere in Pentonville, and with that information she hurried back to report to Fagin and Sykes.
So, the little devil is somewhere in Pentonville, is he? We must know where he is, my dears. He must be found. Dodger, do nothing but skulk about till you bring some news of him. Nancy, my dear, I must have him found.
Is he to be kidnapped?
Yes, find him. Find him out. That's all.
He is not peached so far. If he means to blab us among his new friends, we may stop his mouth yet.
And so Fagin and his gang had searched carefully for the whereabouts of Oliver Twist, haunting the streets near Pentonville, where he was said to have been taken by the kindly gentleman whom the artful dodger had robbed at the bookstall. So, as Oliver made his way along towards Clerkenwell to return the books for Mr. Brownlow, he little suspected that such a hunt was under way to find him. As he turned down a by-street, feeling quite happy and contented, he bumped squarely into a woman wearing a clean white apron and a straw bonnet and carrying a little basket.
Oh, me dear brother, I've found you at last.
Don't let me go. Who is it? What are you stopping me for?
Oh, my gracious, I've found him. Oh, Oliver. Oh, you naughty boy, you make me suffer such distress on your account. Come home, dear, come. Oh, I've found him.
Don't let me go.
What's the matter, ma'am?
What's going on here?
Oh, we ran away near a month ago from his parents and almost broke his mother's heart.
Young wretch.
Oh, go home, you little brute, and obey your parents.
I haven't any sister or father and mother neither. I'm an orphan. I live at Pentonville.
Oh, only hear him how he braves it out.
Why, Nancy, it's Nancy.
You see, he knows me. Oh, make him come home, good people, or he'll kill his dear mother and father and break my heart, too. Come on.
No.
Just then, Bill Sikes burst out of a beer shop with his white dog at his heels. He made his way through the group that was gathered around the young boy and the girl.
What the devil's this? Oh, young Oliver. Oh, come home to your poor mother, you young dog. Come home directly.
I don't belong to them. Help!
Help! I'll help you, you young rascal. What books are these? You been a-stealing them, have you? Give 'em here. Take that, you naughty boy.
I feel that's the only way to bring a runaway boy to his senses.
It'll do him good.
And he shall have it, too. Come on, you young villain. Young ruffian, come along to your parents now.
Come on.
That's it. Come on. Out. Come on.
Overpowered by Bill Sikes and Nancy, Oliver was dragged along the dark, narrow streets, crying out occasionally, but nobody listened, nobody helped. And as they hurried along at a rapid pace, Sikes struck Oliver a blow from time to time, almost believing himself that the boy was a naughty runaway who had broken his mother's heart. Back at Mr. Brownlow's home, the gas lamps were lighted. Mrs. Bedwin was waiting anxiously at the open door. The servant had run up the street 20 times to see if there were any traces of Oliver. And still the two old gentlemen sat together in the dark parlour, with the watch between them. Oliver was kidnapped and taken back to the merry old gentleman Fagin, where he remained for many days, seeing nobody between early morning and midnight. He was left during the long hours to commune with his own thoughts, which again and again turned to the kindly Mr. Brownlow and dear Mrs. Bedwin. Bill Sikes, the ruffian who had assisted Nancy in bringing Oliver away, had taken Mr. Brownlow's £5 note, and old Fagin had acquired the books that Oliver was to return, not because the ugly old man had a love for reading them, but only a love for reading the numbers on the money he would get when they were sold. Several months had passed since Oliver had run away from Mr. Sowerberry and the influence of Mr. Bumble, the parish beadle. And back at the town in which Oliver was born, Mr. Bumble was making an early morning visit to the farm where Mrs. Mann tended the infant paupers with parochial care.
Drat that beadle, if it isn't him at this time in the morning. Well, Mr. Bumble, only think of it being you, dear me, it is a pleasure, this is. Come into the parlour, sir, please.
Mrs. Mann, ma'am, good morning.
Well, and good morning to you, sir, and hoping you find yourself well, sir.
Oh, so, Mrs. Mann. Parochial life is not a bed of roses, Mrs. Mann.
Ah, that it isn't indeed, Mr. Bumble.
A parochial life, ma'am, is a life of worrit and vexation and hardihood. But all public characters, as I may say, must suffer prosecution. Mrs. Mann, I am a-going to London.
To London, Mr. Bumble?
To London, ma'am, by coach. I and 2 paupers, Mrs. Mann.
You're going by coach, sir?
Yes.
I thought it was always usual to send them paupers in cars.
Oh, that's when they're ill, Mrs. Mann. We put the sick paupers into open carts in the rainy weather to prevent their taking cold.
Oh.
But we are forgetting business, ma'am. Here is your, let me see, your parochial stipend for the month.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bumble, sir.
And how are the children, Mrs. Mann?
Oh, bless their dear little hearts.
Uh-huh.
They're as well as can be, the dears. Oh, of course, except the 2 that died last week.
Oh, you're too kind to 'em, Mrs. Mann, too kind. When they take sick, lock 'em in the cellar, Mrs. Mann, in the coal cellar.
Perhaps you're right, sir.
Yeah.
Well, good day, Mr. Bumble, and have a pleasant trip to London.
Good day, ma'am, good day.
At 6 o'clock the next morning, Mr. Bumble left for London. When he arrived, he deposited the 2 paupers in jail, then settled himself at an inn, where he had a pleasant dinner before a cosy fire. As he took up the paper, his eyes struck an advertisement.
What's this? 5 guineas reward. 5 guineas reward? Whereas a young boy named Oliver Twist absconded or was enticed on Thursday evening last from his home indeed, at Pentonville, and has not since been heard of, the above reward will be paid to any person who will give such information as will lead to the discovery of the said Oliver Twist, or, what's this, tend to throw any light upon his previous history. Well. Oliver Twist, eh? He was an ill-conditioned, vicious, bad-disposed parochial child, that. And to run away from poor Mr. Sowerberry. Too much kindness, too much kindness.
And so Mr. Bumble, Oliver's old friend, made his way to the home of Mr. Brownlow to throw some light upon the history of Oliver Twist, and to earn the 5 guineas reward. When he explained his reason for calling to Mrs. Bedwin, she quickly ushered him into a room where sat Mr. Brownlow and his friend Mr. Grimwig. "He has news of Oliver, sir."
Take a seat, will you, please?
A beetle, a parish beetle, or I'll eat my head.
I am a parochial beetle, gentleman.
Of course, I knew he was a beetle all over.
Do you know where this poor boy is now?
No more than nobody, no.
Well, what do you know of him?
You don't happen to know any good of him, do you?
I'm afraid not, sir.
You see, I told you not to trust the boy.
What do you know about Oliver Twist?
Well, he was a foundling in our parish, born of low and vicious parents. He was a treacherous boy, and ungrateful he was, yes. Once he attacked another boy when his master was away, and we had to lock him in the cellar.
I can't believe
Then
it.
he ran away in the night time, and we never heard no more of him until I read this here advertisement.
I just can't believe it.
There, you see?
I admit the boy was an imposter.
I never will believe it, sir, never.
You old women never believe anything but crack doctors and lying storybooks. I knew it all along.
He was a dear, grateful, gentle child, sir. I know what children are, sir, and have done these 40 years.
Cha.
And people who can't say the same shouldn't say nothing about 'em. That's my opinion.
Oh, silence. Never let me hear the boy's name again. Never, never.
Meanwhile, poor Oliver was put in constant association with the two boys who played the old game of pick-the-pocket with Fagin every day. At other times, the old man would tell them stories of robberies he had committed in his younger days, mixed up with so much that was funny and curious that Oliver could not help laughing heartily like the other boys. And from time to time, Fagin went out to visit Bill Sikes and Nancy, the two who had kidnapped Oliver on business.
It's only me, Bill. Only me, me dear.
Bring in your body, then. Lie down, you stupid brute. Don't you know the devil when he's got a greatcoat on?
It's a cold night. It seems to go right through one.
It must be a piercer if it finds a way to your heart. Give him something to drink, Nancy. Make haste. It's enough to turn a man ill to see his lean old carcass shivering in that way like an ugly ghost just rose from a grave. Now what brings you in here?
Business?
Oh, business is it? So, say what you come to say.
It's about the house at Chertsey, Bill.
Oh, what about?
When's it to be done, Bill, eh? When's it to be done? Such treasures, such treasures.
Not at all.
Not to be done at all?
No, not at all. At least it can't be a put-up job as we expected.
Do you mean to tell me, Bill, that neither of the two men in the house can be got home?
Yes, I do mean to tell you so. And the old lady who works there wouldn't help if we was to give her £500.
Ah, it's a sad thing to lose so much when we have set our hearts upon it.
So it is. Worse luck. Is it worth 50 shiners extra if it's safely done from the outside?
Yes, yes, my dear.
The place is barred up at night like a jail. But there's one part we can crack, safe and softly. But I've got to have a boy.
A boy?
A boy.
Ah, then it's a panel, eh?
Never mind what it is. I want a boy. And it mustn't be a big one.
Now, Fagin, tell Bill at once about Oliver.
Ah, you're a clever one, me dear. It was about Oliver I was thinking, sure enough.
What about him?
He's the boy for you, me dear.
Well, he is just the size I want.
And he'll do everything you want, Bill. That is, if you frighten him enough.
If there's a slip-up once we get into the work, you won't see him alive again, Fagin. Think of that before you send him. Mark my words.
Ah, I've had my eye upon him, my dears. Close, close. Once let him feel that he's one of us. Once fill his mind with the idea that he's been a thief. And he's ours. Ours for his life. Couldn't have come about better.
Ours, yours, you mean, eh?
Oh, perhaps I do, my dear. Mine, if you like, Bill.
The old man crossed his arms upon his breast and, drawing his head and shoulders into a heap, literally hugged himself for joy. After some discussion, it was decided that Nancy should bring Oliver away with her the next night and deliver him to Bill Sikes.
This way, Oliver. Bill.
Hello. Oh, that's the time of day. Come on. So, you've got the kid.
Yes, here he is.
Did he come quiet?
Like a lamb.
I'm glad to hear it for the sake of his young carcass, as would otherwise have suffered for it. Come here, young'un, and let me read you a lecture, which is as well got over at once.
Sir?
Now, first, do you know what this is?
Yes, sir, a pistol.
Well then, you look here. This is powder, and here's a bullet, and this is a little bit of old hat for warding. Now it's loaded.
Yes, I see it is, sir.
Well, if you speak a word when you're out of doors with me, except when I speak to you, that loading will be in your head without notice. So if you do make up your mind to speak without leave, say your prayers first.
After supper, they all slept for a time, and a sharp rain beat against the window panes, and the sky looked black and cloudy. Before it was light, Sikes awakened Oliver, and the two of them left, making their way through the dreary street, the weather ugly and wet and cold. They travelled all day, catching a ride on a wagon from time to time, walking mostly. Sikes holding firmly to Oliver's hand, almost dragging him along, so rapid was his pace. The next day, they arrived late in the evening at a solitary house, all ruinous and decayed. It was dark, and to all appearance uninhabited. Bill Sikes, with Oliver's hand still in his, softly approached the low porch and raised the latch. The door opened, and they went in.
Hello!
Oh, don't make such a row. Show a glim, Toby, show a glim.
Pal. A glim, Barney, a glim. Show the gentleman in, Barney. Wake up first if convenient. Do you hear? Here's Bill Sikes in the hall with no one to welcome him. Do you want the iron candlestick to wake you up thoroughly, eh?
Mr. Sikes, come in, sir, come in.
Bill, my boy, I'm glad to see you. I was always afraid you'd given it up. Given it up, you know, in which case I should have made a personal venture. Hello? What's this?
The boy, it's only the boy.
One of Mr. Fagin's lads.
Fagin, aye. What an invaluable boy that'll make for the old lady's pockets in chapel. He smugs a fortune.
That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Now, if you'll give us something to eat and drink while we're waiting, you put something of heart into us. Or into me, at all events.
Oh, course, here, Bill. And let's make a toast, eh? Success to the crack, eh?
Aye. Well, everything ready, Toby?
You ready? You're waiting.
Good. We'll start at 1:30.
All right.
They finished supper and then slept for a few hours. At 1:30, Sikes and Toby, with Oliver between them, crept out into the dark night and walked briskly toward Chertsey. Finally, they arrived at a lonely house surrounded by a wall, which Toby Crackit climbed in a twinkling. Oliver was hoisted up, and then Sikes followed. For the first time, Oliver saw that housebreaking and robbery were the objects of the expedition. The two men made their way to the house, dragging Oliver along.
Drat that Fagin. Drat this boy. I have a notion to blow his brains out.
He won't answer here. I'll do your business myself with a crack on the head if he makes as much as a peep. Here, Bill, here. You wrench the shutter open here. He'll do as we tell him. You got it?
There.
All right.
I believe the boy can just get through.
Yeah.
Now you listen, you young limb. I'm going to put you through there.
Yes, sir.
Take this light. Take the light now. Go on.
Now go softly up the steps straight afore you and along the little hall to the street door. Unfasten it and let us in. You understand?
There's a bolt on the top. You won't be able to reach. Stand up on one of the old chairs.
Will the old lady's room door be open?
Why? She leaves it open so the dog will walk up and down the passage. Barney enticed him away tonight, so neat.
Now, boy, when I leave go of you, do your work.
What's that?
What? That's nothing. Now, lad, here you go. Now.
Oliver was lifted inside the house. He stood there for a moment, holding the lantern, confused and afraid. He wanted to dart upstairs and alarm the family. As he advanced, There was a noise at the top of the stairs and a light.
Come back, back, back!
Who's there? What's going on? Stop!
Oh, come here, boy. Take hold. Give me a sword here, Toby. They've hit him. Quick! Damnation, how this boy bleeds. Let's get away from here.
Seized the wounded Oliver and dragged him from the window. Then he and Toby carried him toward the wall. That was the last Oliver remembered. On this same night, Mrs. Corney, the matron of the workhouse, which was the birthplace of Oliver Twist, sat herself down before a cheerful fire in her own little room, thinking of all the poor had to be grateful for, if only they knew it. Suddenly, she was interrupted in her thoughts by a soft tap at the room door.
Oh, come in with you. Oh, some old women dying, I suppose. They always die when I'm having my meals. Don't stand there letting the air in, don't. What's amiss now, eh?
Nothing, Ma'am, nothing.
Oh, dear me. Is that you, Mr. Bumble?
At your service, Ma'am.
Oh, come in, sir, do. Hard weather, Mr. Bumble.
It is indeed hard, Ma'am. Anti-parochial weather, this, Ma'am. We have given away, Mrs. Corney, we have given away a matter of 20 quarter loaves and a cheese and an half this very blessed afternoon, and yet them paupers aren't contented.
Of course not. When would they be, Mr. Bumble?
When indeed, Ma'am, when indeed? Why, here's one man that in consideration of his wife and large family has a quarter loaf and a good pound of cheese full weight. Is he grateful, Ma'am? Is he grateful? Not a copper farthing's worth of it. What does he do, Ma'am, but ask for a few coals? If it's only a pocket handkerchief full, he says. Coals. What would he do with coals? Toast his cheese with them and then come back for more.
I never see anything like the pitch it's got to.
No, the day afore yesterday, a man with hardly a rag on his back goes to our overseer's door when he's got company to dinner and says he must have relief, Mrs. Corney.
Oh, they're getting brazen, Mr. Bumble.
Well, as he wouldn't go away and shocked the company very much, our overseer sent him out a pound of potatoes and an half pint of oatmeal. Then the ungrateful villain says, "What's the use of this to me? You might as well give me a pair of iron spectacles." So our overseer took the things away and told him he wouldn't get anything else there. "Then I'll die in the street," says the vagrant. "Oh, no, you won't," says our overseer.
Oh, that was very good. So like our overseer, Mr. Granite, wasn't it? Well, Mr. Bumble?
Well, Ma'am, he went away, and he did die in the streets. There's an obstinate pauper for you.
Oh, it beats anything I could have believed, Mr. Bumble.
The great principle of relief, Ma'am, is to give the paupers exactly what they don't want, then they tire of coming.
Well, that is a good one, too. Wouldn't you take a cup of tea, Mr. Bumble?
Oh.
You've had a very cold walk.
Oh, it blows, Ma'am, enough to cut one's ears off. Perhaps I will take a bit of that same tea.
Here, sit yourself down, Mr. Bumble. There. Sweet, Mr. Bumble.
Oh, very sweet indeed, Ma'am. You have a cat, Ma'am, I see, and kittens too, I declare.
Oh, I'm so fond of them, Mr. Bumble, you can't think. And they're so fond of their homes, too.
Oh, Mrs. Corney, Ma'am, I mean to say this, Ma'am, that any cat or a kitten that could live with you, Ma'am, and not be fond of its home, must be a ass, Ma'am.
Oh, Mr. Bumble.
Oh, it's of no use disguising facts, Ma'am. I would drown such an ungrateful cat myself with pleasure.
Then you're a cruel man, and a very hard-hearted man besides.
Hard-hearted, Ma'am.
Hard, yes.
Mrs. Corney reached for Mr. Bumble's cup, which he gave her, squeezing Mrs. Corney's little finger as she took it, and moving his chair little by little round the circular table closer to the matron. She handed Mr. Bumble another cup of tea.
Hard-hearted Mrs. Corney. Are you hard-hearted Mrs. Corney?
Dear me, what a very curious question from a single man. What can you want to know for, Mr. Bumble? The beadle drank his tea to the last drop, finished a piece of toast, whisked the crumbs off his knees, wiped his lips, and deliberately kissed the matron. Mr. Bumble, I shall scream. If you please, mistress, old Sally, she's going fast. Well, what's that to me? I can't keep her alive, can I? Oh, no, mistress, nobody can. She's far beyond the reach of help. She says she's got something to tell, which you must hear. Oh, all right. Pardon me, Mr. Bumble. It's them paupers. Day and night, it don't make no difference to them. I'll be right back, Mr. Bumble. You make yourself at home.
I will, ma'am.
So Mrs. Corney went out of the room and upstairs to the place where the sick woman lay. It was a bare garret room with a dim light burning at the farther end. The flame threw a ghastly light on the shriveled face of old Sally, who seemed to have already left this life. The matron, Mrs. Corney, was about to return to her visitor downstairs when Sally raised herself upright and stretched her arms towards Mrs. Corney. Who's that? Shh! Lie down, lie down. I'll never lie down again alive. Come here. Nearer. Let me whisper in your ear. Now, listen to me. In this very room, in this very bed, I once nursed a pretty young woman that was brought into the house with her feet cut and bruised with walking, and all soiled with dust and blood. She gave birth to a boy and died. Let me think now, what was the year? Never mind the year. What about her? I robbed her, so I did. She wasn't cold. I'll tell you, she wasn't cold when I stole it. Stole what? Oh, what did you steal? It. The only thing she had. It was gold, I tell you. Gold? Go on, yes. What of it? She charged me to keep it safe. That they would have treated her child better if they'd known it all. Known what? Speak. The boy grew so like his mother that I could never forget it when I saw his face. Poor girl. A child's name. They called him Oliver. The gold I stole was... Yes, what? Mrs. Corney was bending eagerly over the old woman to hear her reply. But once again the withered creature rose slowly and stiffly into a sitting position. Then, clutching the covers with both hands, muttered something indistinct and fell lifeless on the bed. While this scene was taking place in the town where Oliver Twist was born, Toby Crackit, Oliver's latest friend, had just entered the dingy room where Fagin and his boys were awaiting news of the robbery.
Well, get on with it, Toby.
Well, first and foremost, Fagin, how's Bill?
What?
Why, you don't mean to say you haven't seen him?
Mean? Where are they? Sykes and the boy,
What?
where are they? Why have they not been here?
The crack file.
I know it. I read about it here.
Oh,
What more?
well, they fired and hit the boy. We cut over the fields at the back with him between us, straight as the crow flies, through hedge and ditch, and they gave us chase. Damn me, the whole country was awake. The dogs was on us.
The boy?
Well, Bill had him on his back. He scudded like the wind. We stopped to take him between us, and his head was hanging down. He was cold. They were close on our heels, every man for himself, and each of us running from the gallows. We parted company, left the youngster lying in a ditch, alive or dead. That's all I know about him.
Fagin stopped to hear no more, but uttering a loud yell and twining his hands in his hair, rushed from the room and from the house. Near to the spot on which Snow Hill and Holborn Hill meet, there opens upon the right hand, as you come out of the city, a narrow and dismal alley leading to Saffron Hill. It was into this place that Fagin directed his steps, to a place called the Cripples, a tavern that was always filled with dense tobacco smoke and denser humanity. Here he inquired after a man by the name of Monks, but failing to find him, he shuffled back to his own hole. Just as he was about to enter, he heard a voice close to his ear.
Fagin.
Is that...
Yes. I've been lingering here these 2 hours. Where the devil have you been?
On your business, my dear. On your business all night.
Well, what's come of it?
Nothing good. Yeah, come inside.
It's as dark in here as a grave.
Shh. Shut the door. Quiet!
That wasn't my doing. The wind blew it shut.
We can say the few words we've got to say in here, my dear.
All right.
The others are asleep upstairs.
Good.
We'll set the candle on the stairs since there are holes in the shutters, and we never show lights to our neighbors. There. You know, the crack failed, Monks.
I tell you, it was badly planned. You should have kept the boy here and made a sneaking, snivelling pickpocket of him at once. Haven't you done it with the other boys scores of times? If you'd had patience for a 12-month at most, couldn't you have got him convicted and sent safely out of the kingdom? Perhaps for life.
I had nothing to frighten him with, which we always must have in the beginning, or we labor in vain. What could I do? Send him out with the Dodger and Charlie? We had enough of that at first, my dear.
That was not my doing.
No, my dear. But if it had never happened, you might never have clapped eyes upon the boy to notice him, which led to the discovery that it was Oliver you were looking for. But now the boy is shot.
What? Anything but his death. I told you from the first. I won't shed blood. It's always found out, and haunts a man besides. What's that?
What? Where?
Yonder. The shadow. I saw the shadow of a woman in a cloak and bonnet pass along the wall like a breath.
It's your fancy.
I swear I saw it. It was bending forward when I saw it first, and then I spoke and it darted away.
The 2 men stood, clutching one another in fear. Finally, they took the candle and looked into all the rooms. They were cold, bare, and empty. They descended into the passage, and thence into the cellars below. The green damp hung upon the low walls, and the tracks of snail and slug glistened in the light of the candle. But all was still as death. When Mrs. Corney returned to the room where the parish beadle waited, she threw herself in a breathless state on a chair by the fireside, and covering her eyes with one hand, placed the other over her heart and gasped for breath.
Why, Mrs. Corney, what's this, ma'am? Has anything happened, ma'am? Pray, answer me. I'm on unbroken bottles, ma'am.
Mr. Bumble. Oh, I've been so dreadfully put out.
Put out, Mum? Who has dared to... I know. This is them wishers paupers, Mum.
Oh, it's dreadful to think of.
Then don't think on it, Mum. Don't.
I can't help it. I'm a foolish, excitable, weak creature.
Oh, not weak, Mum.
We are all weak creatures.
So we are, Mum. This is a very comfortable room, Mum. Another room and this, Mum, would be a complete thing.
It would be too much for one.
Oh, but not for two, Mum. Mrs. Corney?
Oh, Mr. Bumble.
The board allows you coals, don't they, Mrs. Corney?
And candles.
Coals and candles and house rent free. Oh, Mrs. Corney, what an angel you are.
Oh, Bumble.
Such parochial perfection. You know Mr. Slout is very ill.
Yes.
He can't live a week, the doctor says. He's the master of this establishment. His death will cause a vacancy. That vacancy must be filled up. Oh, Mrs. Corney, what a prospect this opens. What an opportunity for joining of hearts and housekeeping. The little word. Give me the one little word, my blessed Corney.
Yes.
And when is it to come off?
As soon as ever you please, you are an irresistible duck.
You have made me a happy man, Mrs. Corney. A happy man. But what was it that frightened you, love?
Oh, it wasn't anything particular, dear.
Oh, it must have been something, love. Won't you tell your own bee?
Oh, no, one of these days. After we are married, dear.
It wasn't any impudence from any of them male paupers,
Oh, no, love,
Oh,
no.
well, if I thought it was, if I thought as any one of them had dared to lift his vulgar eyes to that lovely countenance...
Oh, they wouldn't have dared to do it, love.
Nah, they had better not. Let me see any man, parochial or extra-parochial, as would presume to do it, and I can tell him that he wouldn't do it a second time.
After bravely defending his future partner from any attempts by imaginary offenders, he left the building with a light heart and bright visions of his future promotion and his forthcoming connection with Mrs. Corney, with her free coals, candles, and rent. All night long and into the morning, Oliver lay motionless and insensible on the spot where Sikes had left him. The sky began to give up its rain, which fell thick and fast and pattered noisily among the leafless bushes. But Oliver felt it not, and it beat against him. At length, with a low cry of pain, he awoke. His head was dizzy, and getting to his feet, he staggered to and fro like a drunken man. He made his way toward a house, which he saw through the mist, pushed against the garden gate, which swung open on its hinges. He tottered across the lawn, climbed the steps, knocked faintly at the door, and his whole strength failing him, sank down against one of the pillars of the portico. Inside, the servants were discussing the events of the past night.
It was about 2:30. I wouldn't swear that it mightn't have been a little nearer 3 when I woke up. I fancied I heard a noise. I says to myself, this is illusion. But then I heard the noise again, distinct.
What sort of a noise?
A kind of a busting noise.
Wasn't it more like the noise of pattering an iron bar on a nutmeg grater?
It was when you heard, Brittles,
Oh.
but at this time it had a busting sound. I sat up in bed and listened. Somebody, I says, is forcing off a door or window. What's to be done? I'll call up that poor lad, Brittles, and save him from being murdered in his bed, I says.
And I'm thanking to you for that, Mr. Giles.
Well, I tossed off the clothes, got softly out of bed, drew on a pair of...
Ladies present, Mr. Giles.
Of shoes, sir. And then I seized the loaded pistol that always lies upstairs and walked on tiptoes to his room. Brittles, I says, don't be frightened.
So you did.
We're dead men, I think, Brittles, I says, but don't be frightened.
Was he frightened?
Not a bit of it. He was as firm as... pretty near as firm as I was.
Oh, I should have died at once, I'm sure, if it'd been me.
You're a woman.
Brittles is right. We, being men, took a dark lantern that was nearby and groped our way downstairs in the pitch dark. There's a knock. Open the door. There's somebody.
Nobody moved. Finally, the entire group of Mr. Giles, Brittles, the cook, and the maid moved toward the door. Brittles cautiously opened it, and there lay poor Oliver Twist, speechless and exhausted.
A boy. Well, what's the matter with you? Why, Brittles, look here.
Oh, it's him. It's him.
Here he is.
Yes,
He's a
it's
thief,
him.
miss.
It's him.
Miss. I shot him, miss, and Brittles held the line.
In a lantern, miss.
Giles, what is it?
I'm here, miss. Don't be frightened, miss. I ain't much injured. He didn't make a very desperate resistance, miss. I was soon too many for him.
Is the poor creature much hurt?
Wounded desperate, miss.
He looks as if he's a-going, miss. Wouldn't you like to come and look at him, miss, in case he should?
Go to Chertsey at once and bring the constable and a doctor.
So Brittles left at once, and Giles, with the help of the two women, took Oliver upstairs. Soon Brittles returned with a very fat gentleman who rushed straight up to the door and burst into the house.
I've never heard of such a thing. My dear Mrs. Maylie, bless my soul, in the silence of the night, too. I never heard of such a thing. You ought to be dead, positively dead with fright, dear, dear. So unexpected. In the silence of the night, too.
The doctor seemed especially troubled by the fact of the robbery having been unexpected and attempted in the night time, as if it were the established custom of housebreakers to transact business at noon and to make an appointment a day or two previous.
And you, Miss Rose,
I'm fine, Doctor. There's a poor creature upstairs whom Aunt wishes you to see.
Ah, to be sure, so there is. That was your handiwork, Giles, I understand.
Well, I was honoured to do it, sir.
Honour, eh? Well, where is he? Show me the way. That's the little window he got in at, eh? Well, I couldn't have believed it.
Giles led the way to the room where Oliver lay. At length, he returned with a report that the patient was not in immediate danger. Then, since Mrs. Maylie, the lady of the house, and young Rose had not seen the housebreaker, they accompanied the doctor, at his request, to the room where Oliver slept. As they entered the room, the doctor drew back the curtains of the bed. There lay a mere child, worn with pain and exhaustion, and sunk into a deep sleep. What can this mean? This poor child can never have been the pupil of robbers.
Vice takes up her abode in many temples, and who can say that a fair outside shall not enshrine her?
But at so early an age.
My dear young lady, crime, like death, is not confined to the old and withered alone.
Oh, Aunt, do not let them take this poor sick child to a prison.
My dear love, do you think I would harm a hair of his head? Doctor, what can I do to save him?
We'll see, Mrs. Maylie. We'll see. Surely something can be done.
Just then, there was the sound of wheels, and the officers from Bow Street in London arrived. They had been sent for by Mr. Giles early that morning. One of the men was about 50, a stout personage of middle height, with shiny black hair, a round face, and sharp eyes. The other was a red-headed, bony man with a turned-up, sinister-looking nose. The first stepped into the room, smoothing down his hair, and laid a pair of handcuffs on the table.
Tell your governor that Blathers and Duff is here, will you?
Brittles, would you tell Mrs. Maylie that the officers is here?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Maylie rose, and the doctor entered the room. Mr. Blathers made a bow. Asked to sit down, he put his hat upon the floor, and taking a chair, motioned Duff to do the same. The latter gentleman, who did not appear quite so much accustomed to good society, or quite so much at his ease in it, seated himself awkwardly, and forced the head of his stick into his mouth, with some embarrassment.
Now, with regard to this robbery, what are the circumstances, actually?
Last night, about 2:30.
Yeah?
Am I correct as to the time, Mr. Giles?
Yes, that's correct, Doctor. It could have been nearer to 3.
Between 2:30 and 3 this morning,
Yeah?
2 men and a boy attempted to break into Mrs. Maylie's house.
Yes, they removed the shutter, which is what woke me up.
Then Mr. Giles roused me and we drove them off, sir.
And I shot one of the robbers myself, but they all got away.
Except the boy, which we've got upstairs.
What's this? You've got one of the robbers in custody?
Not exactly, officer.
Well,
One of the frightened servants chose to take it into his head that the boy had something to do with his attempt to break into the house. Mr. Giles, Mr. Giles, are you a Protestant?
Yes, sir. I hope so.
And what are you, boy?
Lord bless me, sir. I'm the same as Mr. Giles, sir.
Oh, then tell me this. Both of you.
Yes.
Are you going to swear that the boy upstairs is the boy that was put through the little window last night? Out with it.
Well, it's a simple question of identities, huh?
I ask you again. Are you, on your solemn oaths, able to identify that boy?
Why, I'm sure I thought it was the boy, or I wouldn't have meddled with him.
You thought it was what boy?
The housebreakers' boy, sir. They certainly had a boy.
Well, do you think so now?
Think what now?
Well, do you think it's the same boy, stupid head?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't swear to...
Well, what do you think?
But I don't know what to think. I don't think it is the boy. Indeed, I'm almost certain that it isn't. You know, it can't be.
Has this man been a-drinking, huh?
No, officer. Just confused. This lad upstairs, being accidentally wounded by a spring gun near here, comes to the house for assistance this morning, and is immediately laid hold of and placed in custody as a participant in last night's robbery.
Well, we'll just have a look about the place. Have you the pistol that was fired at the robbers,
Yes, sir. I've got 2 of them here.
Yes.
One was fired last night, and the other's
thank you.
loaded but unfired, sir.
Well, now, can you be certain that you hit anybody last night? It was dark, I suppose.
Well, I think I hit the boy what was put in through the window.
You think you hit the boy? Now, let me examine that pistol, Margaret.
Yes, certainly.
Yes, well... Yes. Well, this pistol has powder in it, but no more. It's very difficult, sir, to wound a man or boy with powder with no ball in your pistol.
Then I couldn't have hit the boy.
No, it doesn't look like it, does it?
No.
I guess that lad you got upstairs deserves an apology.
The discovery that the pistol was not really loaded made a considerable impression on everybody, except the doctor, who had drawn the ball out 10 minutes before. So Oliver was left in the care of Mrs. Maylie, Rose, and the kind-hearted doctor. By slow degrees, he began to get better, and to be able to say sometimes how deeply he felt the goodness of the 2 sweet ladies. and when he was strong and well, he asked if he might be taken to see the kind gentleman, Mr. Brownlow, and the dear old nurse, who had before taken such good care of him. But when the doctor took him to London on a visit, they discovered that Mr. Brownlow had gone to the West Indies 6 weeks before. And so 3 months glided away, and Oliver's life was thoroughly happy. And when Mrs. Maylie and Rose went into the country for the summer, Oliver was taken with them. One evening, when he was sitting with some books, he became very drowsy. In that half-wakeful, half-sleepy state, Oliver imagined that he was again in Fagin's house. There sat the hideous old man, pointing at him and whispering to another man who sat beside him.
Hush, my dear. It is he, sure enough. Come away.
He? Could I mistake him, think you? If a crowd of devils were to put themselves into his exact shape and he stood amongst them, there is something that would tell me how to point him out.
Suddenly, Oliver awoke with a start. But there, at the window, close before him, there, so close that he could almost have touched him, with his eyes peering into the room, there stood Fagin. Giles and Mrs. Maylie and Rose rushed into the room, but Fagin was gone, disappeared. Mr. Bumble sat in the workhouse parlour and heaved a deep sigh. His mind turned to the recent events in his own life, which brought painful recollections. He had married Mrs. Corney and was master of the workhouse, but he was no longer a beadle. And Mr. Bumble was a born beadle.
It was done 2 months tomorrow. It seems our age. I sold myself for a handful of free coals, some candles, and monthly rent. I went very reasonable. Cheap. Dirt cheap.
Sheep? You would have been dear at any price, and dear enough I paid for you, Lord above knows that.
Oh, Mrs. Bumble, Mum.
Well, are you going to sit snoring there all day?
I am going to sit here as long as I think proper, Mum. And although I was not snoring, I shall snore, gape, sneeze, laugh, or cry as the humour strikes me, such being my prerogative.
Your prerogative?
I said the word, Mum. The prerogative of a man is to command.
And what's the prerogative of a woman, in the name of goodness?
To obey, Mum. To obey. Your late unfortunate husband should have taught it to you, and then perhaps he might have been alive now. I wish he was, poor man.
You're an hard-hearted brute, Mr. Bumble.
Cry away. It opens the lungs, washes the countenance, exercises the eyes, and softens down the temper. So cry away.
You beast! Take that! And that! Get up! Go on! And take yourself away from here, unless you want me to do something desperate!
And poor Mr. Bumble picked himself up, gathered his hat, and left hurriedly, thinking all this had happened in just 2 months. He passed along the street, and as it began to rain heavily, he stepped into a public house to order something to drink. There was only one other customer in the place, and after a time he came over to sit beside Mr. Bumble.
I have seen you before, I think. You were the beadle here once, were you not?
I was. Parochial beadle.
Well, I came down to this place today to find you out, and by one of those chances which the devil throws in the way of his friends. Sometimes you walk into the very room I was sitting in.
Quite a coincidence.
Yes, ain't it?
Yes.
I want some information from you. I don't ask you to give it for nothing, slight as it is. Take this to begin with.
2 sovereigns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not bad.
Carry your memory back. Let me see. 12 years last winter.
12 years? Well, that's a long time.
Perhaps.
Very good, I've done it.
The scene, the workhouse.
Good.
And the time, night. A boy was born for the parish to rear.
Many boys, many boys.
A plague on the young devils. I speak of one. A meek-looking, pale-faced hound who was apprenticed down here to a coffin-maker.
Oh, you mean Oliver?
Mm-hmm.
Young Twisters. I remember him, of course. There wasn't an obstinater young rascal.
It's not of him I want to hear.
Oh.
I've heard enough of him. It's of a woman, the hag that cared for his mother. Where is she?
Where is she? She's gone to a place where she's out of employment. She's dead. Died last winter. Old Mrs. Thingummy. Yes, there was a woman with her when she died.
Ah, how can I find her?
Only through me.
When?
Tomorrow.
At 9 in the evening, come to this address. Bring her there, just the 2 of you.
What name am I to ask for?
Monks.
Bumble took the scrap of paper with the address, and the 2 men left, walking in different directions. The next evening, near 9 o'clock, Mr. Bumble and his helpmate trudged along in silence through a poor and mean part of town. In a cluster of huts, they found the house whose address appeared on the paper that Monks had given Mr. Bumble. Before this ruinous building, the worthy couple paused, as the first peal of distant thunder reverberated in the air, and rain commenced pouring violently down. Finally, a head appeared, and a voice shouted,
I'll be with you directly.
Is that the man?
I think so.
You think so? Well, Margaret, I told you.
This way. What the devil made you stand lingering out there in the wet?
Oh, we was only cooling ourselves.
Cooling yourselves.
Yes.
Not all the rain that ever fell or ever will fall will put as much of hell's fire out as a man can carry about with him. Ah, then, this is the woman, is it?
This is the woman.
Oh, hear it, rolling and crashing on as if it echoed through 1,000 caverns where the devils were hiding from it. Oh, I hate the sound. These fits come over me now and then, and the thunder sometimes brings them on. Don't mind me now, it's over.
The man led the way up a ladder into a dingy room, lighted with a single lantern which hung at the end of a rope and pulley, and which cast a dim light upon an old table and 3 chairs around it.
Now, the sooner we come to our business, the better for all. He says that you were with this hag in question the night she died, and that she told you something...
Something about the mother of the boy you named, yes.
The first question is, what did she say?
That's the second. The first is, what may her story be worth?
Who the devil can tell without knowing what it is?
Nobody better than you. What's it worth to you?
It may be nothing. It may be £20. Speak out and let me know which.
Add £5 to the sum you've named. Give me £5 and £20 in gold, and I'll tell you all I know. Not before.
£5 and £20. What if I pay it for nothing?
Oh, you can easily take it again. I am but a woman alone here and unprotected.
Not alone, my dear, nor unprotected neither. I am here, my dear.
You are a fool, and had better hold your tongue.
You'd better cut it out if you can't speak in a lower tone. So, he's your husband, eh? So much the better. Well, now, here, gather a map. When this cursed peal of thunder, which I feel is coming up to break over the housetop, is gone, let's hear your story.
When this woman that we called Old Sally Thingummy died, she and I were alone.
Good. Go on.
She spoke of young Oliver, who was brought into the world some years before, in the same room, in the same bed in which she there lay dying.
Blood, how things come about.
When Oliver's mother died, Sally robbed her. She stole from her corpse that which the dead mother had prayed her, with her last breath to keep for the baby.
She sold it. Did she sell it? Where? When?
She died before she told me.
It's a lie. I'll not be played with. She said more.
She didn't utter another word.
What?
But there was a scrap of dirty paper clasped in her hand.
Which contained?
Nothing. It was a pawnbroker's ticket which I redeemed.
And what did you get?
This. A gold locket with 2 locks of hair, a plain gold wedding ring. It has the word Agnes engraved on the inside with a date, which is within a year before the child was born.
And this is all?
All.
The man seized the locket and ring, and pulling an iron ring in the floorboard, threw open a trap door, which opened close at Mr. Bumble's feet.
If you flung a man's body down there, where would it be tomorrow morning?
Why? 12 miles down the river and cut to pieces besides.
Tying a leaden weight to the little packet of items, Monks dropped it into the stream, and it was gone.
There. We have nothing more to say, and may break up our pleasant party. Light your lantern and get away from here as fast as you can.
In London, that same night, Nancy, the poor wretch who had kidnapped Oliver, prepared herself to leave the room where Bill Sikes lay in a profound trance. She had drugged Sikes to prevent his knowing of her secret visit. She made her way through the dark streets, finally arriving at an hotel in a quiet street near Hyde Park. After some difficulty, she persuaded the porter to announce her to the lady who was stopping over, a Miss Maylie. Soon she was admitted into the room where Rose sat. "Sit down. If you're in poverty or affliction, I shall be truly glad to relieve you if I can. Sit down."
Let me stand, lady, and don't speak to me so kindly till you know me better. Is that door shut?
Yes, why?
Because I'm about to put my life and the lives of others in your hands. I'm the girl that dragged little Oliver back to old Fagin's on the night he went out from the house in Pentonville.
You?
Yes, I'm the one you've heard of, that lives among the thieves, and that never from the first moment I can recollect me eyes and senses opening on London streets have known any better life or kinder words than they've given me.
I pity you. What can I do?
Well, if you knew what I am sometimes, you would pity me indeed. But I've stolen away from those who would surely murder me if they knew I'd been here, to tell you what I've overheard. Do you know a man named Monks?
I never heard the name.
Well, some time ago, and soon after Oliver was put into your house on the night of the robbery, I overheard Monks and Fagin in the dock. Monks had been watching for Oliver, though I couldn't make out why. A bargain was struck with Fagin that if Oliver was got back and made a thief, Monks should pay Fagin a certain sum, for he wanted Oliver out of the way.
For what purpose?
Well, I didn't know then, for he caught sight of my shadow on the wall as I listened, and I had to hide, and I saw him no more till last night.
And what occurred then?
Well, last night Monks came again. I listened at the door, and I heard Monks say, "The only proofs of the boy's identity lie at the bottom of the river, and the old hag that received them from the mother is rotting in her coffin." Well, then they both laughed, and Monks said he had the young devil's money safely now.
Oliver's money?
Then he said to Fagin, "You never laid such snares as I'll contrive for me young brother, Oliver."
His brother?
Those were his words. Now, I've got to go back. It's light and I'll be missed.
But you can't go back. Let me assist you.
It's too late. You must investigate this mystery. I've told you all I know.
Thus speaking, Nancy quietly left the room and left Rose to ponder this strange new disclosure. This vicious man and Oliver brothers. The next day, quite by accident, Oliver saw Mr. Brownlow, the kindly gentleman who had earlier assisted him. He was getting out of a coach and going into a house. Oliver was so excited that he could not speak. But as soon as he had related the incident to Rose, she ordered a coach and they set off at once. When they arrived there, Rose left Oliver in the coach and entered the house alone to prepare the way for this happy reunion. She was shown into the study where Mr. Brownlow and his friend Mr. Grimwig were seated.
Dear me, dear me. Come right in, young lady.
Mr. Brownlow, I believe, sir.
That is my name. This is my friend, Mr. Grimwig.
How do you do?
Yeah.
I shall surprise you very much, I have no doubt. But you once showed great benevolence and goodness to a very dear young friend of mine.
Indeed.
Oliver Twist was his name.
Oliver!
I'll eat my head if he's not a bad one.
He is a child of a noble nature and a warm heart who has been tried beyond his years. He has feelings and love which would do honour to many who have numbered his days 6 times over.
I'm only 61, and if this Oliver isn't 12 years old at least, I don't see the application of that remark.
Do not heed my friend, Miss Maylie. He does not mean what he says.
Yes, he does. He'll eat his head if he does.
Now, Miss Maylie, to return to Oliver, where is he?
He is waiting in a coach at the door.
At this door?
At this, the old gentleman hurried out of the room, down the stairs, up the coach steps and into the coach, without another word. In a moment, he returned with Oliver, whom Mr. Grimwig received very graciously.
There is somebody else who should not be forgotten. Let us summon Mrs. Bedwin.
You rang, sir?
Why, you get blinder every day, Mrs. Bedwin.
Oh, well, that I do, sir. People's eyes at my time of life don't improve with age, sir.
I could have told you that, but put on your glasses and see if you can't find out what you were wanted for.
Why, of course, but I can't see as how I need my spectacles. Gracious me, it's my innocent boy.
My dear old nurse.
He would come back. I knew he would. Oh, how well he looks.
Yes.
And how like a gentleman.
Quite.
Mrs. Bedwin went on and on, hugging Oliver and saying how well he looked and what a handsome young man he was, and passing her fingers fondly through his hair. After this happy reunion, Rose took Oliver off again, but not until she'd explained to Mr. Brownlow and Mr. Grimwig all about the strange visit from Nancy. Together, they decided to make every effort to discover Oliver's parentage and regain for him the inheritance which appeared to have been wrongfully taken from him by monks. The doctor was summoned as a close friend of Mrs. Maylie and Rose and consulted on the plan to assist Oliver. They decided that unless they could bring Monks to his knees, they would have difficulty in getting to the bottom of the mystery. At length, early one evening, a coach arrived at the home of Mr. Brownlow, and 2 men helped out a 3rd man, and taking him between them, hurried him into the house. This man was Monks.
By what authority am I kidnapped in the street and brought here by these dogs?
By mine. If you wish me to prefer my charges publicly, you may leave. Otherwise, seat yourself in that chair. It was waiting for you 2 whole days.
Ah, this is pretty treatment, sir, from my father's oldest friend.
It is because I was your father's oldest friend, young man, that I am moved to treat you gently now. Yes, Edward Leaford. I know you all too well.
So, what do you want with me?
You have a brother.
I have no brother. You know, I was an only child. Why do you talk to me of brothers?
I have put together a good many things of late. I speak of 15 years ago, when you were not more than 11 years old. You and your mother went to Europe.
Well, my parents were separated, and what of that?
Your father became the close friend of a naval officer who had 2 daughters, one a beautiful creature of 19, and the other a mere child 2 or 3 years old.
What is this to me?
He and the beautiful daughter fell in love. When your father went to Rome on family business, he fell ill and died, leaving no will, so they said, so that the whole property fell to your mother and you. Before he went away, however, he came to see me.
I never heard of that.
From his own lips I learned of his love. Only lately did I learn that there was a child born, your brother, a feeble, ragged, neglected child.
You don't know that?
I do know, and you know it. The only proofs of the boy's identity lie at the bottom of the river, and the old hag that received them from the mother is rotting in her coffin.
No, where did you hear those words?
Shadows on the wall have caught your whispers. Now you will sit here and write a statement of the full facts, or I shall see you rot in prison.
Trembling, Monks agreed to make a full disclosure of the mystery. He revealed that his mother had indeed destroyed the will, which would have left most of the estate to Oliver, then unborn. Agnes Fleming was Oliver's mother, who had died when he was born. Monks told of his purchase of the locket and ring, which he had thrown into the bottom of the river. Mr. Bumble and his dear Mrs. Corney were summoned to shed what light they could upon the mystery.
Step right in there, please. Do my eyes deceive me? Is that little Oliver? Oh, Oliver, if you'd known how we've been a-grieving for you.
Hold your tongue, you fool.
Well, isn't nature? I always loved that boy, as if he'd been, my own grandfather. Come, sir, suppress your feelings.
Are you the beadle, sir?
No more, sir. I'm the master of the workhouse.
Do you know that person, Mr. Monks?
No.
Perhaps you don't, Mrs. Bumble?
I never saw him in all my life.
Nor sold him anything, perhaps?
No, never.
Of course not.
Would you like to see the pawnbroker himself? It was old Mrs. Bumble. She done it!
Quiet, you idiot.
That's no excuse, Mr. Bumble. You are the more guilty of the two, in the eye of the law.
What?
For the law supposes that your wife acts under your direction.
If the law supposes that, then the law is a ass. If that's the eye of the law's a bachelor.
That's quite enough, you old fool.
There was another disclosure that came out of this mystery, and it was that Rose was the other daughter, the child, the sister of Oliver's mother, which Oliver said accounted for his dear love for her from the first time he saw her. Well, this brings our story to a close. It remains only to be said that Sikes came to a violent end after his long career of crime and murder, that Fagin was finally apprehended and hanged for his evil acts, and that Monks went to the New World, where he at length died in a prison. Rose married Mrs. Maylie's son, and they were very happy. Mr. Brownlow adopted Oliver as his own son, and they took up their residence not far from Rose and her husband. Oliver has become quite the favourite of Mr. Grimwig, who is still as gruff and grim as ever, despite his big heart. It is a standing and very favourite joke for Mr. Brownlow to rally him on his old prophecy concerning Oliver, and to remind him of the night on which they sat with the watch between them, waiting his return. But Mr. Grimwig contends that he was right in the main, and in proof thereof remarks that Oliver did not come back after all, which always calls forth a laugh from both men.